All right, that was pretty embarrassing. Look at Jim. I mean, he's got the thumb down, 2 thumbs down. Um, Talk about taking a step forward and then multiple steps back, winning yesterday, and then just squandering opportunities against a really bad team that tried to hand you a game with all of their defensive miscues, and the Padres can't capitalize, and they lose to the lowly Royals tonight, 5-4. They have a chance to win the series still on Wednesday with Yu Darvish on the mound. So, John and Jim with you. It's the wrap-up show. As you make your way in live on replays, we always tell you, please subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans. If you are here to hear Jim sniffle, you're going to get that for the next hour. Jim has been fighting allergies all day long. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate the supers on a night like tonight. Just click the $ below the chat box. Really do appreciate your support of this channel. We will get to all of the super chats as always. We appreciate your memberships as well. Click the join button down below. Just really frustrating. I mean, you fall behind 5-0, you're thinking, okay. And then you actually do show a little bit of fight and you get back into a game. And then to waste it away on the bases, multiple plays, multiple outs late on the bases, including Rougned, Odor, and then Xander Bogaerts not coming home. That's really the play of the game. Odor caught flat-footed. Bogaerts never trying to at least score that game-tying run, and the Padres ultimately fall 5-4, and they don't even get Fernando Tatis Jr. to the plate in the 9th inning because Odor was thrown out to end the 8th inning.
Let me just be clear on this. I put 100% of the blame on that 8th inning on Rougned Odor. On being picked off there, you now are somehow people were shifting blame on Xander Bogaerts for not going. And I understand maybe he should have gone. He probably should have gone. But you're never in that situation if Rougned Odor doesn't get picked off in the first place. That was not a like send Rougned Odor and force the Royals to, make a mistake. That was he got picked off. He was lazy and he cost his team potentially. Why he's still on this team, I have no idea. If he's not DFA'd tomorrow, you're not a serious baseball team. I'm sorry. He has no value.
I don't think it's going to be
value.
As a result of that.
No value.
First of all, a couple of things. I disagree with what you're saying, not about Odor, but once you're in the situation, you're 100% right. Bogaerts has nothing to do with getting in the situation, but once you're in the situation, you have to try to score.
There's
no scenario where Odor is going to be able to reach a base safely. This 35-year-old that's not fleet of foot is not going to be successful in getting back to a base. So knowing that, Bogaerts has to take off and make them make a throw. You have to go. There's no other option.
Okay.
The inning's going to end. So, I mean, I agree with you. Odor's initially responsible, but for Bogaerts not to try to score is also inexcusable. How else are you going to score in the inning? The inning's over if you don't try to go plateward. What else was going to happen? You thought Odor was going to reach first base safely there?
No, I understand when you get in that situation, you have to pick a moment. And like Mud was talking on the broadcast during the pickoff where you just got to go.
Got to go.
He didn't do that
right.
at all.
That's a problem.
But it's hard for me to get upset with Xander Bogaerts when that whole situation was caused by
Odor. It was definitely caused by Odor.
That is just inexcusable to get picked off in that situation.
Yeah, down a run, 2 outs in an inning. Yep.
2 outs in an inning. You already know that this team, I mean, with runners in scoring position, are like the fucking bad news Bears.
The opposite of the 27 Yankees, like the 1827 Yankees.
So you are 100% at fault for this. You started it.
He started it. And he's responsible for the yeah, but you know what they say? Like I don't want to make actually this analogy. Once you're in it, you're in it together. So Odor started the problem. Bogaerts can at least try to rectify it.
If I went on the radio and I started cussing and
I hit the dump button, then I'm responsible for hitting the dump button. Brian would say, why didn't you guys dump it?
No, and say you do hit the dump button, or I say something on the radio that's not dump worthy, but like puts you in a horrible spot.
Okay.
That's on me.
Yeah, but to some extent, but it's also how I respond to it. Let me give you an example real quick. We're going to get to the supers. The Bob Huggins thing where he went off on that tirade on the radio, and then the radio host is like, this is why we love Bob Huggins. He then put himself accountable. If the radio host would have been like, dude, Bob, we're going to have to get rid of you. What you're saying is ridiculous right now.
Right. That's fine.
But that's what I'm saying. Bogarts didn't help Odor out. It's a team.
It's a team, but Odor cost them that inning.
I agree. Let's get to these supers. This is going to be the conversation of the night, would be my guess. Also, Seth Lugo's hurt. Seth Lugo was terrible.
Horrible.
He didn't have command. I mean, for the Royals to piecemeal together a 5-run inning against the Padres at Petco Park should never happen.
And the fact that I thought it was actually, this is completely sarcastic, but it's impressive that they scored 4 runs tonight with no hits or runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that's because the Royals gifted them runs.
Throwing
balls over first baseman and diving for balls in center field to get all the way to the wall.
And they get extra base hits with runners at first base instead of second base.
Yeah, so. There were a couple of legitimate moments on offense. Cronenworth's double, Tatis scoring from first. Shoot, the Tatis throw from right. It wasn't all a waste, but it is a waste. They're 3 games under 500 and losing to the lowly Royals. So there's no moral anything.
12-win team. Like, what the fuck?
Vector, thank
how
you.
They lost.
Let's get to this. The ways this team loses is really impressive, not going to lie. To kind of Jim's point, I mean, they're reinventing ways to lose. And I don't even know what to say about it's early, it's the schedule. All of it is negated. It's not the schedule when you lose to the Royals. It's not early when it's May 16th. You're 3 games under 500. You're a half game out of 4th place in the NL West. I mean, they're a half game out of 4th place. That's who they are right now. Who they are is a team that is a half game better than the San Francisco Giants. That's who they are. And here are teams that have worse records right now than the Padres in the National League. The Giants, the Rockies, the Nationals, the Reds, and the Cardinals. That's it. All right, Tyler. Hope you guys are locked in because I'm about to rant.
Hey, dude.
Please,
floor's
Tyler,
open.
Floor is yours. Thank you for the super. Let's get to his next super. He says, Odor's error, inexcusable. You can't get caught there. Agree. We all agree with that. We all agree. All I'm saying is once Odor makes the mistake, Odor, tell me I'm wrong, Jim, did as well as you could ask of this dude after the ridiculous snafu to at least hang between first and second and make it be a couple of – he gave Bogarts at least a chance to go, and Bogarts never went.
That's like if you started a fire and you started like putting out your own fire, except the whole fire engulfed you and killed you.
No, it's not that. Are you telling me you've never seen, Jim, when a guy gets picked off first, a team takes advantage and scores?
No, I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen it a million times.
It's just, this is to me, I'm putting this in a glass box. Okay. I'm not looking at other teams. I'm not looking at past pickoffs where a runner at third scores, right? You can't put yourself in that situation. And you did. And then you put all the pressure on Bogarts to make a decision when this is your fault. Yes, should Bogarts have gone? You should have. But I'm not putting the blame on that on Bogarts. I'm putting it all on Odor to put him in a position which somehow now we're going to blame Bogarts for.
He deserves some of the blame, in my opinion. It's a team sport. I mean, if LeBron James throws the ball away, someone else can go try to get it.
Okay, but are you going to blame the guy for that's trying to get it that didn't get it because LeBron threw it away?
No, but you might be like, yo, AD was kind of in the vicinity. What's he doing?
So it's LeBron. So now it's AD's fault?
Well, you can't put 100% on Odor. You can put 100% on the initial mistake by Odor, but you still have a chance to score in that spot or at least make them make a throw. And they failed to make throws throughout the course of this game. That's how I see it.
And also, too, look, we're talking about the Odor thing and the Bogarts thing, and that's because it happened late in the game with a chance to tie it up or even take a lead.
Yeah, that's because
when you're down 5-0. But before that, We could also talk about Adam Engel getting picked off at first base. We could talk about this team with the runners in scoring position again. We can talk about this horrible pitching that they got tonight from Seth Lugo against the 12-win fucking Royals. You can talk about how, again, the bottom of the order is dog shit. I mean, there's a lot of other factors into why they lost tonight's game. It wasn't just because Odor's an idiot on the base.
Yeah. No, you're right. Of course. I mean, Lugo, but the thing with Lugo is, okay, you can explain that. I mean, pitchers have bad outings. So it's like, we're not going to go kill. I'm not going to kill Seth Lugo here for having a bad outing, as disappointing as it is. But I mean, that happens. And then it's like, what do you do after it happens? And to their credit, they got back into the game. They just couldn't get over the hump. And I mean, you're facing
0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Last night they're what? 2 for 9?
2 for 9. All right, Tyler, thank you for the super. I'm not even going to say bless you. Jay Cronenworthless. Cool. Triple guy strikes out all the time. Can't hit the ball the other way. Pretty sure he's like 3 for his last 29. I'm with you. Cronenworth has really struggled. That was his first extra base hit in 11 games. I don't know if tonight is the night I'm going to rip him when he had a 2-out RBI triple, which is something they have, had a hard time doing. But it's more than Cronenworth. I mean, look up and down. And they're not getting contributions, and they're not coming through in the clutch. But, okay, Cronenworth in this game, 1 for 4 in RBI. I'm not going to put the loss on Jay Cronenworth. But, yeah, he struggled like a lot of the players in this offense right now.
Yeah, Cronenworth has had a horrible season offensively. I think he's playing good defense at first base, defensive first base. This team plays overall pretty good defense. And they have good pitching, and the bullpen tonight was good. The bullpen hasn't been a disaster. It's a singular focus every single night with this team from now on. What did the offense do?
Well, how about the offense picks up Seth Lugo? Because the pitching has picked up the offense. I don't recall many examples of the offense picking up the pitching. Maybe Mexico City, but that's like fake. And I was there. And at the time, I didn't say it was fake, but looking back on it, I can't use that as a real example. JD Gasho, thank you for your super. He says, anyone else would have bolted for home, even Nola.
Okay. I stand by that.
Okay, so you're Mr. Move guy now. So to Tatis' point, Tati Mach Soto. Yeah. For Tatis Machado Soto, maybe. Thank you for the super. Mm-hmm. DFA Odor and Nola tomorrow need to shake things up, because you were saying a day or two ago, you can't shaking things up. What's that going to do? But now, after what happened today with Odor, you're saying get rid of him.
Yeah. DFA tomorrow. Jose Iglesias, come on down.
Come on
up. Give me any other catcher in their organization right now.
They got catchers with like 1,000 OPSs, albeit in AAA.
Anybody.
All right.
Anybody.
I'm down. I've been saying it for the last 48 hours as well. I'm down.
I mean, after Sunday, I was like, look, I'll give them one more chance. And we continue to see
they failed you.
And we continue to see Odor. And now he's playing because Manny got hurt. And Austin Knoll is up there with 0% chance to do anything at the plate offensively. They have no use on this team. And frankly, for the money that this team has spent, to have that bad of production, that little production from your bench and your catching spot, man, I mean, you just league. It's just like, can we just have a league average player at catcher? League average.
Oh, they're nowhere near that.
Can you have a league average bench piece?
Yeah, they may have that.
They may have that, but I mean, Odor's your utility guy off the bench, and he is a disaster.
Remember when we were like earlier today, like, oh, well, not having Machado today is not going to be the difference between winning and losing, hopefully. Could have been. Easily could have been in a game like this.
Maybe.
When you leave the tying run at third base and the culprit is your replacement for Manny Machado, easily could have been the difference today. Todd, thank you for your super chat. He says, with Lugo out, Ryan Weathers is racking up the Southwest Airline points. Welcome back, champ. Yeah, presumably you will see Ryan Weathers if Seth Lugo misses a start, and Bob Melvin said he expects him to miss a start. What was the injury?
Strained calf.
Lugo's not going to be a guy that's going to throw 150 innings, so you could probably skip him 1 or 2 times anyway. So I don't think it's the end of the world, and he didn't pitch well, obviously, tonight. And Ryan Weathers has been all right, so I'm not overly concerned with that situation, to be honest.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Again, my singular focus is what the offense is doing. And the offense right now is just God fucking
It's so
awful.
bad. And even yesterday in the win, it was not good. And I'm with you, Tyler. And this is a good point. You have to win that game with all the gifts. They're gifting you runs, they're giving you extra outs. And you can't take advantage of that at home in front of 40,000 people. I mean, you have everything in your favor, everything in your favor. And not even tonight against the Royals in front of 40,000 people in perfect conditions can you capitalize and come through and be clutch. Not even tonight against the Royals. What does it say about where this team is right now? 43 games into the season. We are 11 games away from being at the 1/3 point of the season. 11 games away from being at the 1/3 point. They'll likely be at 500 or below because they're 3 games under right now. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say other than I saw on Twitter, it's not low IQ, it's low baseball IQ. The way they played tonight was like without a care for doing things the way that they need to be done to win a baseball game.
Yeah.
And that will cost you even against bad teams.
And you're playing against other major league players. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not playing against like a YMCA rec league team.
Yeah, they would have won that game.
I think so. I think they would have. This is the big leagues. All right. And if you don't treat it as such, fuck around, see what happens. And the Padres are fucking around, and look what's happening to them. They are a half game out from being in 4th place in your own division. If you love this line, ready? If the playoffs started today, John, they would not be in the postseason.
Dude, they'd have like they'd be drafting Victor Wembanyama if the playoffs started today.
He might help. You're
not kidding. It's 7-3.
But the way that this season has started, I've said this from the beginning, like if you don't nip it in the butt, this shit will snowball and it will become uncontrollable. And you are at the snowball, potentially uncontrollable phase of your season.
I mean, you lose tomorrow, and you got all questions, no answers.
If they lose tomorrow and on the off day, Preller doesn't make major moves, then I will say this team is not serious.
Well, you already said they're not serious.
No, I take it back because I can do that. If you lose tomorrow and there's not changes on Thursday, you are not a serious franchise.
Probably a stretch, but it's Jim. Let's get back to the supers. Tyler, thank you for your support. Again, guys, if you want to weigh in, if you want to make sure we get your super chats, please click the $sign below the chat box. We'll get to all of them. We promise. We're just getting started. Padres lose a really bad game. I mean, they play poorly, had chances gifted to them by a bad Royals team, and they lose 5-4 tonight. Tyler, it's hard to disagree with this. I mean, I can't go back and remember all 22 of the other losses, but is this the worst loss of the season? Feels like it. Losing at home to the Royals in this fashion, if it's not the worst loss, it's 1A, would be my guess.
It's up there. It's up there because you put it into the category of you lose to a 12-win team on the year, and you also couple that with you're playing like dog shit. So, yeah, it's bad.
JD Gacho, thank you. He says this wrap-up is a let-loose line. Love it. Yes, we're here for you. We want to hear the venting. We're venting as well. We want to hear from you. I mean, it's just hard because there's so much baseball to be played, but that doesn't mean that they're going to play better baseball. Everyone can use the examples. The Nationals started whatever, the Braves started whatever. For every Nationals team that was 10 games under 500, Jim, there have been other teams that were 10 games under 500 that were horse crap.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear about the other teams. I don't want to hear about the Nationals. I don't want to hear about any other team that started whatever and whatever. I don't give a shit about that because this is a completely different thing. Okay. Were the expectations for this team is World Series. Yeah, duh, no shit. But if you don't start playing better baseball, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be a long summer. And we've already done a month and a half, and it's been a long month and a half.
It's been a long month and a half, and it shouldn't have been. This is not right. This is not right on the fan base. This is not right. No. The way this team has performed so far is to put it lightly, extremely disappointing. I mean, it's not negligent, but it's disappointing. Andrew, thank you for your contribution, for your super, and for hanging out. He says, Angle and Odor cost us this game. Yeah, I agree with that. I would not change that sentence. That's fine. That's fair. That summarizes the game. If I asked ChatGPT, summarize this game, who cost the Padres, they would say Angle and Odor. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Todd.
Yeah, if you want to go there, I'll go there too. Screw it.
Todd, thank you. Says you guys picked the wrong sports town to move to. No, not really. Not really. I wouldn't say we just got here and set up shop, by the way, and moved here. Jim's been here for 15 years. I've been here for over 6 years. We've done this day in and day out. So I don't think this is just hey, let's talk about the Padres because we think the Padres are really good. We talk about the Padres because it's literally our livelihood and our jobs, and we enjoy doing it with our viewers. So I don't have a problem. I got no problems with the sports town. I got no problems with San Diego. I got a lot of problems with where the Padres are playing right now. I think it has nothing to do with San Diego, and I think it has everything to do with this team right now.
Yep.
It's HBVV, BRBFBBFBN. Thank you. He says, trade Odor for Profar. I'm never revealing my name. Dude, you can't trade Odor for me.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No.
Patman 0074, thank you for your super. He says, I've come to the conclusion that this isn't our year, and it's enabled me to just laugh at this right now. High expectations are the bane of Padres fans. I would not go there, Patman. I wouldn't go that far. I really wouldn't. I'm not saying they're going to win the World Series, but at 20-23, I'm not willing to say it's not the Padres' year. I am willing to say figure this out now, or you're asking for real trouble. But we had Dan Zaborski from Fangraphs on, who does like Zips projections and all analytical work, and he still has the Padres as a team that's likely to make the postseason. So I'm not jumping off at this point. I'm just very concerned.
But don't you agree if they end up winning 89 wins, that probably gets you in the postseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely.
89 wins just from a regular season standpoint, take the playoffs out. So, all right. From a regular season standpoint, 89 wins. Your thoughts?
89 wins. My thoughts right now, I'm fine with it. I'm not going to, go crazy about it. I mean, I think it would be underperforming.
Okay.
But I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
Would you?
And, I mean, it depends on what they did in the postseason. But if you're just talking to me about a 89 win team, regular season, take the postseason out, I would say that is a massive disappointment.
I don't know about massive, because you can't really take the postseason out, right? There have been teams that have won the World Series with less than 90 wins.
Okay. Yeah. It wouldn't be a massive disappointment. You're right. It would just be.
It would be disappointing based on expectations.
Yeah. It'd be like, wait, what happened there?
What was the record last year? So it was 89 and 73, right?
Yeah. So
that means they would have to close. And again, there's a lot of baseball. They'd have to finish 69 and 50 to match it. This is what we've been saying, right? So I don't know what that winning percentage is. I could look it up in about 2 seconds. That's a good clip to play at.
19 games over 500. When's this team gone a stretch that long of 19 games over 500?
It's been a while.
I mean, look at last year. They were 500 the entire 4 months of the remaining of the season. And this year, they're shit.
I'd have to play 580 baseball. 580 baseball is a good clip. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. But it's a good clip, and it needs to start soon. Luis, thank you. He says, have the Padres hit rock bottom? You can't go there. I wish I could say yes, but I can't say it based on what I'm seeing. If they lose tomorrow, have they hit rock bottom? I can't say that. What if they lose 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox? I mean, there is no rock bottom in baseball. It can keep getting worse. So I hope they have, but unfortunately, I can't say it definitively.
Yeah, it always can get worse. This is not even close to. This is not even close to
worst possible scenario.
No, worst possible scenario is just you don't even.
We don't want to go there. It'll be Jim throwing like things against walls on the wrap-up show. We're going to get back to the supers in the chat in a moment. Thank you for your support. Click the $ below the chat box. As always, we interact with all the super chats. We appreciate all you guys hanging out tonight. Padres, in disappointing fashion, lose to the Royals. We do want to thank our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, who has been so loyal to this channel and our viewers for the last couple of years. I've been texting with Mark all night long. He's as disappointed as we all are. He's a great insurance agent, and he can save you money on your insurance, whether it's a new policy or it's a renewal. Mark can save you up to $750 or more. Click the link in the description down below. You'll get to Mark's website. I've got a homeowner's insurance policy and a life insurance policy and an earthquake insurance policy through Mark. And he makes everything so simple. He takes care of everything. I'm terrible at the paperwork and the numbers. He just takes care of it. And he does it in like 2 minutes. So if you have any insurance needs, get in contact with Mark. He's going to save you money. He'll talk to you about the Padres. If you support our channel and want to support a local business right here in San Diego, California, then get in contact with Mark Nimitz. The next time you have a renewal, before you just renew, call Mark. He'll save you money. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He's a proud supporter of this channel. And the next time you have a new insurance policy you're interested in getting a quote on, get to Mark Nimitz. Website is on the screen. You get a free quote online. Click the link in the description down below to get to Mark Nimitz's website. And thank you, Mark, for your support of the Wrap-Up Show.
Yeah, all his information is above my head. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
That's right. Okay, where were we here in the chat? Guys, as you make your way in, subscribe. Subscribe if you're a Padres fan. There will be better nights, we promise you. Make sure to smash the like button, and we appreciate the super chats as well. Click the $ below the chat box. Like our buddy Dinos5150, who says, X should go home, but isn't the third base coach there to send him? Would like to know if he did or didn't. I don't know. No, I don't think so in real time. Once a player's been picked off, it's now on the base runners to judge the situation. This is like a live ball. I mean, you're not looking back. Think about it. If you're a base runner there, you're not looking back to the coach to determine what you're going to do. You're playing this instinctually.
Yeah,
you're playing it out instinctually. You're looking for a moment to take advantage. And to your point, I mean, it didn't come for whatever reason, but I watched that. They showed it on Bally Sports San Diego. He's just like flat-footed. He was just going left and right for a long period of time. I mean, it had to be 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds. And he just didn't take off for whatever reason.
Yeah, I think that in that situation, like Bogarts, he's a veteran player. He knows the situation. He just probably froze. And again, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Is what it is. Jonas, thank you for hanging out and your support of this channel. He says, I'm beyond frustrated at this point. I want to give away my season tickets. It's even worse watching at the park. We make little league mistakes. This is not a simple fix. This is systematic, guys.
I would say this, Jonas. Wait probably like, I don't know, the rest of the season before giving up your season tickets. If this team continues down this path and they miss the postseason, or they barely make the postseason and they lose in the wild card round, whatever, then make up your mind. But don't do it right now. Just wait this one out.
Not at 20 and 23.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not the time for that.
No, I mean, if they fall 10 under, we can have another conversation.
Oh, then we're firing people left and right.
I mean, you're 4.5 games behind Arizona. I mean, what?
Yeah, you should be the Diamondbacks right now.
Yeah, that's concerning, man. Arizona's 6 games over 500. Not concerning like you can't catch them, but concerning like it's going to take some work. Oh, Jim mutes for the sneeze. I like it. Carlos, what's up, man? Good talking back and forth today on WhatsApp. Carlos, thanks for hanging out with us. He says, I swore I wouldn't go to a game until they got it together. It's like when you believe your cheating girlfriend that she'll change. My heart's broken again. Yeah, there is something about this being deja vu all over again, isn't there, Carlos? I mean, there really is something about that here this year. They just cannot get going. It's like a step forward, a step back. There was a short period of time when Tatis returned. I actually thought they played better. They went 9-4 over a 13-game period. Other than that, it's just been bad, you know? I don't know why. I cannot explain it. I don't know what it's going to take to turn it around. I really don't. Are we waiting on some moment? I don't know what we're waiting on. I think the moment is, can you go consistently win series? But that's going to take weeks for them to prove that they can do.
Yeah. I think that it starts with just somebody has to break through. Like, they have to have a game where they just go 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position, and it has to be at home because they suck at home.
Terrible.
They're not a good baseball team at home.
When will they score 4 runs in an inning?
I mean, if the Royals can score 5 runs in an inning, you got to. I mean, the Royals scored 5 runs in an inning tonight,
Right.
and you haven't scored 5 runs in an inning all year,
or 4 outside of Mexico.
Jesus fuck! I mean, come on, man.
43 games without a 4-run inning outside of a game in Mexico. So I guess 41 games because 2 were in Mexico, but that's wild.
The Royals had a 5-run inning at Petco Park, and you haven't.
Brady Singer had a 7.71 ERA. He went 6 innings tonight. Now you don't have Manny Machado, but that's not a legitimate excuse against a guy with an 80 ERA on the road. It's not. Sorry.
So bad.
It's not. Toddy Machado Soto. Thank you. On any other team, achoo, sneeze. This usually results in a manager firing. Bomel is not in control of this team. That's not going to happen. And it's also not a realistic resolution to the way this team is playing. They were in the National League Championship Series last year in his first year as manager. The team's been in the NLCS, 3 times in 60 years. Bob Melvin deserves the opportunity to manage this team through this. And even if it doesn't come out positively, he'll be back in 2024. This isn't a Bob Melvin issue, in my opinion. Not in control of the team based on what tonight? Based on what? Bogart's not running, 2 guys getting picked off.
Yeah, I got that too. It's like, because they had a celebration last night and he's not, Bob Melvin is going to have control of the team. Like, stop.
I just don't see it that way. I'm not saying he's been perfect. None of these guys have been perfect. He said he needs to do better. He called out his team Thursday. There's Jim again. Silent sneeze. It's like a silent disco. He hasn't been perfect. This team hasn't been perfect. But I mean, in terms of my concerns, Bob Melvin's not in the top 9.
To say that Bob Melvin is the problem and he needs to go and the team isn't listening to him and he's lost a clubhouse, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I just don't. This to me, and we talked about this, right? When Preller gets these pieces, and you can blame Preller, right, for his roster construction. But we had this discussion, a year ago and a couple years ago as well. This is on the players, dude. This is 100% on these guys to go out there and perform. Bob Melvin's doing everything he possibly can. Okay. Bob Melvin is the right manager. All right. These players are letting Bob Melvin down. How about that? The players are letting Bob Melvin. The players are letting Peter Seidler and AJ Preller, and more importantly, the fan base down. They are letting everybody down by playing like shit.
And by the way, and I don't think Jim is, but I'll speak for myself. I am not a Bob Melvin apologist by any stretch. But I'll tell you when I think Bob Melvin is accountable for the way the team's playing. I don't feel like that is right now. I feel like calling out his team was warranted and somewhat unexpected. And I feel as if other managers would not have done so in that spot. I think he's trying everything that's available to him. And for whatever reason, it's not working as of yet. And I'm not going to put that on Bob Melvin beyond, to some extent. But he holds a level of accountability like everyone holds a level of accountability. But to put his job on the line because this team is 20 and 23, I think is unreasonable.
Right.
Let me get back to the supers here. This is a little bit on cue with what Jim just said. Sean, thank you. He says, if the players aren't embarrassed for the fans, ... I would love to hear from a player, and maybe it's happened and I've missed it. I would love to hear from a player in the clubhouse that the way we're playing is unacceptable, and we apologize to our fans who have been unbelievable to start this year, and we have not played up to their standard, and we have not shown the same energy that they're providing to us each and every night, and that's going to turn over or change. I would love to hear it. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I'm watching this game. They're showing the shots, the sun's setting. I'm looking at the 300 level in the corner, and it's 78% full. I mean, they have 40,000 people there on Tuesday night against the worst team in baseball. And it's a cacophony of errors.
Second worst team in baseball, but still.
Get my point.
I got your point.
JD Gaucho, thank you. He says, can draft picks be used in trades like in the NFL and NBA? Who cares? They've changed it in the CBA. I think maybe they can to some extent, but you're not getting Victor Wembanyama or whoever the baseball equivalent is based on your first round pick.
No.
I don't even know what they're looking for. Catcher, depth. How about, you know what they're looking for? Like heart, like
yeah, it starts
resolve.
at the clubhouse, dude. It starts with the guys there, because the guys there, if they play up to their level and they play up to the capability, are one of the best teams in baseball. So it's not about, there's no magic fix out there. There's not a, hey, let's go trade for
Right.
Salvador Perez and just gut our farm
Yeah, if
system
we
to
have
the bone.
Perez, all of a sudden we're the best team in baseball. It doesn't work like
It doesn't
that.
work like that. You starts with the guys in that clubhouse. It starts with Manny. It starts with Soto and Bogarts and Tatis and the rest of the lineup. Okay. If those guys can't get it done, no magic fix is getting it done.
We're going to get back to the Supers in a moment. We want to remind you about our newest partner here on the Wrap-Up Show, Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 20 times your money in a single night at UnderdogFantasy.com. It's the easiest place to play. If you use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, you get a 100% deposit match up to $100 in the Pick'em contest. If you get 2 right, you win 3 times your money. 5 right, you win 20 times your money. You can get 1 wrong with Pick'em Insurance and still win 10 times your money. So again, UnderdogFantasy.com or the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code PODSWRAP and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Let me show you how easy it is to play at Underdog. Couple of things. Here are the drafts going on right now for tomorrow's baseball games. You get to UnderdogFantasy.com. You use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. You can be playing in $3 drafts right now, $5 drafts, $10 drafts. Chances to win right now. Also, in the Pick'ems going on right now, let me show you how easy this is. It's as easy as picking higher or lower. And if you get 2 right, you win 3 times your money. So
Give me a higher or lower.
I'm going to give you a higher or lower here on. They keep pressing our button with Fernando Tatis Jr. It's at 9.5. Who's pitching for Kansas City tomorrow? It was TBD, right?
Yeah, the vaunted TBD.
What did Tatis do tonight? Did he have 2 hits?
Yeah, and he had an outfield assist. Does that even count?
It does. It does. Let's see. I think that's in here. No, just kidding. Stolen base counts. Hit by pitch is 3 points.
He was 1 for 4 with a run.
Okay, he didn't have 9.5. He's going to break out tomorrow.
Someone's
Bobby Witt is not going to break out. I'm going lower than 8 fantasy points. Then I'm going to go with an NBA pick. I'm going to rely on Jim. Jim, give me a pick here. Miami, Boston, Tatum, higher or lower than 44.5 points plus rebounds plus assists.
Jason Tatum? What about Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown, 33.5 points plus rebounds plus assists.
Give me higher on Jaylen Brown.
All right. So there it is. Those 3. I'm going to make a $20 wager. If I go 3 for 3, it's $120. If I go 2 for 3 with the insurance, it's still $60. So I'm going to insure it. Going to try to go 2 for 3. $20 pays $60. Tatis higher, Witt lower, Brown higher. Simple as that. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. You can play on the Underdog Fantasy app as well. All right, let's get back to this chat, Jim. I feel like there's a lot going on because there is a lot going on.
Just it's what do you expect fan base to do? Do you expect the fan base to be like, it's fine, guys, they'll turn it around? I mean, some people are, right? But if for the expectations of this team, you should also expect a lot of what you're getting, which is this is bullshit. This is unacceptable. As a fan, you're upset about this, and you rightfully should be upset about this. You go to that ballpark and you spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and you are watching this. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
I'm with you.
When you hear boos, right? Or if you see fans being pissed off, guess what, Manny Machado? Guess what, guys? What else do you expect?
Take accountability.
You brought this upon yourselves by playing the way that you're playing. This is on you. This is all on the team.
You've heard me say this a lot. When people make the choice to attend live sporting events, they are taking time out of their hectic lives. They're spending hard-earned money. You know, the average, viewer or listener or attendee, is not a millionaire. If you're making $25 an hour, if you're making $50,000 a year, if you're making $75,000 a year, to take the time and effort to bring your family there, to pay for parking and tickets and merchandise and concessions. And it's understandable. I mean, Peter Seiler's invested in this team, and it's very reasonable for San Diegans to invest right back in them. But it's not easy for a lot of San Diegans. They're choosing to spend their hard-earned money, discretionary income, on this product. They have a right to be upset based on this team's performance. They don't make $30 million a year. Nobody going to Padres games is ever going to make $30 million in a year, other than like Russell Wilson, who's in a suite every summer. The average Padre fan is not making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in a year. The average viewer of the wrap-up show or listener on John and Jim is not making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's our right to be upset if we feel like they're not living up to the standard that we've set. And I think that's reasonable. And I think the team needs to show up like the fan base has showed up.
Yeah, this is not the 2018 Padres team. Okay. This isn't the 2017 Padres team. This isn't the 2011 Padres team, right? This is a team that going into the season, we all saw FanFest. We all saw what this team did with spending money this offseason. You moved in the big leagues, guys. You have now gone from the minor leagues to the big leagues. And in the big leagues, you're expected to win. And when you don't, you're going to get crushed for it. Okay? This ain't going to be this, it's okay, we'll get him tomorrow spiel from us. Okay? You have now entered the if you don't win, there's consequences stage. If you don't win, you're going to be called out on it.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. And as a fan, you should want that, because the alternative is 2017 and 2011 and 2012, when nobody gives a shit if you lose 5-4 to a 12-win Royal team on a Tuesday night.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well said. Carlos, thanks again, man, for your support and hanging out. He says he'll personally pay for Odor's bus to Tijuana. GTFO. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't go to Tijuana first. He'd probably go to El Paso. Although they would designate him. He's not going to El Paso. He'd be designated. I think Jim might split that fare with you, to be honest.
I won't pay a damn thing to have that happen.
Iron Lung, thank you for your super. He says, did the Pods really guarantee a championship at FanFest? They didn't see how that worked out for Dave Roberts. I didn't know that. It makes sense now. Did they, Jim? You were there. I don't recall a guaranteed championship.
Tatis did.
He guaranteed it?
It was an offhanded comment of like we're winning the World Series this year.
Okay, that's not full guarantee.
But
if you didn't use the G word.
I don't exactly remember, but he did mention something along the lines of
winning the World Series.
Winning the World Series. Yeah.
A little premature. Like, just get on the field, Alex, thanks, man. 0 home runs in 3 games seems really bad for this team. Their last home run was, when was their last home run, Jim?
Saturday was Soto with the home run.
Okay, Soto homered Saturday. I mean, they have no pop at home. I mean, they just have none. They got no chance at home. They're in their heads at home. They can't hit at home. Am I wrong? I mean, they just can't hit at home.
They can't. They are one of the worst offensive teams in baseball at home,
and just one of the worst offensive teams in baseball in general. Bottom third easy, but at home they're bottom 3. They're bottom 3 offense at home, which is just confounding. Okay, it's a big ballpark. Okay, there's Marine layer, but come on. I mean, you got Juan Soto and Manny Machado. You got to hit. Lad, thank you for your, I'm presuming, super sticker. So thank you for your contributions. Buy Bitcoin Daily. Jake, what's going on, man? Thank you for the membership and super. He says, approach at the plate is garbage. 3 true outcomes, way too much. They're not really getting one of the 3 outcomes very often, are they?
No, they're getting 1. They're getting the L.
Is that even a true outcome? They're getting a strikeout. They're getting a walk. I don't know if they're getting a home run very often. To be honest, let me get to Danny Park. Danny, what's going on? He says last 5 games, 12 runs scored. Kim has 5 RBIs, not going to win many games, and nearly half the Padres' production is coming from the number 7 hitter. So 12 runs in 5 games is, 2 runs per game, 2.5, 2.4, 2.4 runs per game. I mean, they flat out can't score, Jim.
No, they can't. They're past the stage. I mean, it's a when you start openly talking about it as much as they are about their offensive struggles, it gets even more into your head. And they are so far gone. So hopefully something or someone gets them out of this rut, but it's the same questions every single day about this offense. And I never thought we were going to be saying that. I thought it was going to be like the pitching or the bullpen, or I didn't think the offense was going to be this bad. And they are
No one did.
historically bad.
I mean, I do think it's danger time. Like, you lose tomorrow and you lose a series to the Red Sox, and you would be five games under 500, heading to a 9-game road trip.
Did the Dodgers lose tonight?
They did.
Okay. So you didn't lose any ground in the National League West.
But man, I mean, the only way to make up ground is by winning at some point. David, thank you for your super. He says, barf, no good. Thanks for the continued therapy. We are here for you, David. We're here for Padres fans. Yeah, if you missed John and Jim AI edition, follow us on Twitter. You can find it there at John and Jim, JONANDJIM. Or Buddy, Where Are You At Productions? What's going on, man? Thank you for your support with the super chat. He says the team has to play better. Worst in the league with runners in scoring position. They're under 200. Something has to change. Make a move. Have a meeting. I'm with you on this. Make a move. Players only meeting. Do something. Doing something this team can win. We know they can. LFGSD.
Yep.
Do something. It's like that stick meme. Like, do something. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think this is too early to have a players meeting, I mean, maybe they have, but we just don't know about it. But I feel like we would know about it. So something's gotta give here. You know, because you're heading down a path that you don't want to keep going down. And if you continue this, I mean, again, I said you're gonna be like 100 games in the season, and you're gonna be like, wait, what? The division's like completely out of reach.
That could happen before 100, to be honest.
You're playing 500 baseball at best, and you have to now worry about like every other team in the National League. So clean up your shit and turn this thing around. And we say the same thing again over and over and over again for the last however many weeks, month. We've said it from the start of the season, except for that little stretch in there of Mexico City and that road trip, right? The Mexico City, and then they came home. They beat the Reds 2-3, and then they won the first game against the Dodgers, and Tatis had those 2 home runs, and it was like, okay, they have righted the ship.
Yep.
They have got it out of their little funk, and we're good to go. And then they completely shit the fucking bed.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, this game, the unearned runs that you score, Brady Singer, opponents are hitting 294 off Singer this year. They can't do anything off him other than take advantage of miscues. Just, man, I mean, this is a wasted opportunity. I'm reading the quote here from Angle on Chapman. I had the steal sign, said Angle, who was the victim of 2 consecutive pickoff attempts by Chapman. Chapman has a pretty good arm, you think? So we're just trying to get into scoring position there. So I took a chance. On that play, I take off and I took a peek left to see if the pitcher's thrown or if it's a pickoff. It was a pickoff. So at that point, my job is to try and get in the running lane, either force a bad throw or maybe the ball hits you in the back as you're sliding into second. So that's what I tried to do, and they made a nice play, and I was out. Yeah, you think?
Why are you on this team?
What's that?
Why are you on this fucking team? Adam Engel. We're talking about fucking Adam Engel tonight. If you said, hey, I got $1 million if we were talking about Adam Engel this year, I'd be like, I'm not taking that bet.
Okay, I got Odor quotes.
Great. Give him to me.
He got me, Odor said. I got nothing to say. He got me. I should have stayed closer or something to not get out.
Well, at least he's taking accountability. I mean, at least he's taking accountability. Like, I'd rather have that than some bullshit excuse.
Here's Bogarts. They were really solid on that play. I don't know if they run something like that in spring training, but every 1 or 2 steps they took, they looked right at me. I can't go nowhere.
Okay.
Okay.
But again, why the fuck are we talking about Adam Engel and Rougned Odor?
Because they cost this team the game.
Why the fuck are they on this team?
Because there's 26 guys. I mean, who are they? Who are you proposing? I proposed the other day all these AAA options, and you laughed in my face.
I was doing that for effect, John.
Okay, so I'm excited to hear who you think should be coming up tomorrow. Jose Iglesias and who else?
Anybody. I don't care.
And who's the outfielder that's been up and back the last 3 years here?
Is he even healthy?
You know what I'm talking about.
David Dahl?
No, not Dahl. The other dude.
You
know what I'm talking about. We've seen him this year.
Oh, Zokar?
No.
But he's hurt. He's on the IL.
Not Zokar.
Oh, Lopes?
No.
Who the fuck are you talking about?
That outfielder that sucks and doesn't do anything. Dixon. Brandon Dixon. Come on back.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what you're asking for. If you're going to replace these guys, who are you replacing them with?
We didn't trade away Brent Rooker, the greatest player in the history of fucking modern sport.
Here's a Bob Melvin quote. It's just a little bit the way we've been playing, just not in sync all the way around. And you don't expect base running to cost you. We've been pretty good, pretty efficient on some stolen bases and caught stealings. Unfortunately, it ended the way it did today, and that usually doesn't happen like that. We got a lot of positives today. We scored a couple of runs in the middle innings after we were down. Bullpen did a great job. Unfortunate that base running ended up costing us the game. I do not love that quote.
What do you want?
I don't love moral victory quote against the Royals at home. We got a lot of positives today. We scored a couple of runs in the middle innings. I mean, come on. There's no positives. You lost the Royals at home. There's no positive. None.
Yeah, zero positive.
Zip.
Call him out, John. Call him out.
I did. What else do you want me to say? I mean, people think we're apologists for Bob Melvin. We're not. I'm not getting rid of Bob Melvin under any circumstance. I don't like that quote. I don't. James, this is very thoughtful. Is anyone that's in the chat right now, does anyone have like the ability to transport Jim allergy medications like telepathically?
I can't. I'm literally dying. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, wait. Where did he go? Is he sneezing or where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Not great.
What happened?
What
happened? Did you go to sneeze?
I tried to. I was about to sneeze and I couldn't.
How close? Okay, Cruiser wants to know this. How close is Sam Merrill to replacing Rougned Odor as your backup infielder? I'd say very far from being a backup infielder on this team, would be my guess.
You mean Jackson Merrill?
I'm sorry. What did I say? Sam Merrill, the Utah State guard? Such an idiot.
I know what you think about all the time.
Yes, college basketball. Jackson Merrill, let's see the numbers here this year for this top prospect. He is in Advanced A Fort Wayne, where he has put together a very nice year. Very nice.
Cool, bring him up.
662 OPS, 389 slug. So he'll be in Double A soon enough, but he won't be in the big leagues soon enough.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Not happening. Jake, what's going on? Thank you. He says this fan base needs to show this team how good they have it by completely not showing up for an entire series, like seriously less than 1,000 fans in seats. That won't happen.
It won't be A's level.
I'm not advocating for that. I'm saying, listen, support this team, but if they're not living up to standards, then I don't know, make it known. I mean, be critical. Boo. Manny Machado said that last year the booing was something that ended up, working to their advantage and motivating them. Were they getting booed a little bit tonight? They were, right?
Yeah, they were. Sneeze.
They were, right?
Achoo.
Yeah, boo. I mean, you go down 2-0 tomorrow at 1:00. Boo. I mean,
you have that right as a fan.
You do. Steve, thank you for this very generous super chat. He says, we don't have good left-handed hitting. Tatis should be hitting behind Soto so he can drive someone in. And Sweeney says the hitters are looking for breaking pitches instead of fastballs, which is a backwards approach. I think their approach obviously has been off because they're as bad of a hitting team as there is right now in baseball.
What's the lineup
left-right dynamic of hitting? I mean, and the whole lineup think Tatis should be hitting behind Soto. So I don't know. I mean, I have no problem with Tatis at the top of the order, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Jesus. Look at Jim.
Achoo. Sneeze.
Achoo, sneeze. Did you have an issue with where Tatis is hitting, or?
No, it's not again. If you keep changing the line, like it's just rearranging chairs, dude. I mean,
you sound like Jim AI.
It's yes, I feel very high right now. Great. Put Tatis in the cleanup spot. Then who's your leadoff hitter? Rougned Odor?
Nola.
Wouldn't that be so funny if tomorrow Bob Melvin's like, fuck it. And he puts Rougned Odor to lead off, and then Austin Old hits second, and then he has Hassan Kim hitting third, and he has Tatis hitting fourth, and then Soto hitting eighth, and Bogart's hitting ninth.
It'd be like unprecedented, to be honest.
And he's just like,
do something crazy.
He's just like, fuck it, see what happens.
Well, what about this conversation? Because we both today were like, Machado, take your time. Okay, it's the Royals. I mean, you get him back in there tomorrow.
If he's ready to go.
I mean, if he's 70%, he's got to be in there. What's another day? I mean, if he the difference between Machado and Odor, even when Machado isn't hitting, is significant. So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Machado in there, even if he's not 100%. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we'll see. I'd be somewhat surprised if he plays tomorrow, to be honest, but I wouldn't be shocked if Manny Machado plays tomorrow, even with it being a day game. Steve, thank you again for your support. Very generous with the super chat. We really do appreciate it. We're going to get back to the supers in a moment. We want to remind you that this channel would not be possible without the support of our partners, including Aura, ORA.organic. If you're looking to get healthier, make sure to support Aura. This is a company based in San Diego. They've got offices in Liberty Station. Their co-founder, Will, is a San Diegan and is passionate about the Padres, loves the Padres. They've got an offer going on right now at the top of the screen, 30% off immune support with code WELLWISHES30. So that's going to go through May 23rd. 30% off immune support. Use code WELLWISHES30. Offer ends May 23rd. You can go to ORA.organic or click the link in the description down below. I've been taking a probiotic from Aura for like 18 months, and I got my wife now hooked on this probiotic as well. Great for your digestion. If you're taking a probiotic, make sure to take one from Aura. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts, omega-3 oils. If you take a fish oil, you should be taking an omega-3 oil from Aura. They have sleep pills and immunity pills, and they have products for literally everyone, for your family, your friends. If you're looking to get healthier, if you want to support this channel and support a local partner of ours on the Wrap-Up Show, check them out. Link in the description or ORA.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. Might help you with allergies. So if you have allergies, go get some Aura. www.ora.organic. Will is founder of Aura. He's a huge Padres fan, local San Diegan. Go check out his stuff. It's all plant-based, organic, the healthiest on the market. You get some supplements, guarantee you'll start feeling better about yourself. So pick up some stuff. Go right now to www.ora.organic. And John, you know what you'll do, right?
You're going to thank us in the future, later.
In the future, down the line, you'll say, I'm so glad I listened to John and Jim and got some Aura. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're not going to thank us now, but you'll thank us later.
Yeah, not right now. No, later.
Juan Soto walks, which is a factual statement. Thank you for your super chat. Soto 2 hits tonight, including a hustle double. I mean, I do like the way Juan Soto's playing. I just wish it was resulting in more wins.
He's the only guy playing right now. Tatis, offensively.
Yes, I agree. He says, can't wait for Odor to be hitting bombs off Bauer in Japan.
Dude, Bauer, do you see that shit today?
No. What happened?
In Japan, Bauer has like an 8.90 or like an 8.6 ERA or something.
Guy's done.
Yeah, he's not great.
Guy's cooked. I can't believe he's even pitching in Japan, to be honest. Is he pitching in the Nippon Professional Baseball League or is it a lower level? Like, do you know the team?
I think it's the Nippon. I have no idea. I don't care about Trevor Bauer.
You don't? Do you care about the Nippon Professional Baseball League?
No, but I care about my nose being ready to fall off my face.
Your nose is legitimately the worst nose, like in like America.
I know. I have a problem.
And then once Jim starts sneezing, he can't stop until he sleeps. So he'll go to sleep tonight. He'll get some rest. He'll actually be okay tomorrow. It's so weird.
And I take medicine. I take medicine all day. Like I have.
Maybe you shouldn't because it doesn't do it. Does it do anything? Is it a waste? Does it make you feel worse? Because you take a lot.
I take the Claritin. I have the nasal spray. And as soon as I do the nasal spray, like the second I put it up my nose, I start sneezing again.
Do we have a doctor in the chat? I feel like it's like, is there a doctor in the room? We need to save Jim.
I'm allergic to something. I don't know.
You're allergic to like me.
Help me.
And Aaron.
No.
Okay, but he says no. Okay, here's what we have tomorrow because the Royals have upgraded TBD to Carlos Hernandez, the 26-year-old right-hander, who has made what? He's made 18 appearances this year. So here's a reliever that's already made 18 appearances. He's got a 4.5 in 20 innings. So this will be one of these, openers, 1.3 whip. His numbers aren't bad. And he will be opposite Yu Darvish, who's 2-2 with a 3.16 ERA. This is a 110 game at Petco Park where the Padres need to show up and win. I don't care if it's 1-0, to be honest. This is one of those things where like the result is the result. It's not how you get there. It's a result. You cannot lose a home series to the Royals.
No. You lose a home series to the Royals heading into an off day in this fucking town.
Good point.
We unload on this team, and that will happen with us. It will be
we'll be on tomorrow, John and Jim. Win or lose, join us tomorrow because that game's going to end during John and Jim, probably 4:00 if it's a 1:10 start or even before.
It will be an absolute fucking reckoning if they lose to the Royals tomorrow. Promise you that.
Won't be good. Kathy's got some advice for you. Take a Claritin pill or Benadryl and get a good night of sleep, Jim.
Oh, I will. I will.
Look at this. Thank you. Thank you, JC.
I'm healed. Thanks, Jesus.
Just like that. Just like that. The Beef, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it.
Peace out. Bye.
Maria, thanks for the therapy. Before we get out of here, by the way, and again, we're back with you tomorrow. We do want to remind you, if you're looking for the perfect Father's Day gift, make sure to click the link that I just put in the chat. And this is for our friends at Foco because they've got Padres gear for you right now. I'm going to put this on the screen. Stand by. But Foco is our newest partner here on the Wrap-Up Show. They've been great to this channel. A number of our viewers have already picked up some items like some of the bobbleheads. They've got a brand new item, by the way, that we'll tell you about tomorrow on the Wrap-Up Show as well.
Ooh.
But Foco has so much Padres gear. They've got these Mexico City bobbleheads of Juan Soto and Manny Machado and Joe Musgrove, which would make great Father's Day or birthday or Padres fan gifts. Some of these bobbleheads we told you are going to sell out. They already have. Fernando Tatis Jr. City Connect sold out. We told you it would. Juan Soto, some of you grabbed that. We told you it would sell out. It did. So they have all these bobbleheads. In addition to the bobbleheads, they've got straw caps. They have shoes. They have slip-ons. They have shorts. They have floral button-ups. Yeah. They have swim trunks. And they got something for everyone, Jim, men and women.
I know. It's great. They have everything you need, and everything is great. The quality is great.
I can see you in this, Jim. This would be a nice look.
Oh yeah, it really accentuate my features.
Oh, that's for women.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah.
I could see you in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of your style.
Like that shirt.
Yeah. So check them out. I just put a link in the chat. Appreciate your support of the channel. But if you're looking to pick up a gift, you can do so right now for the Padres fan in your life. Father's Day coming up. The link is in the chat. Jim, before we get out of here, do you want to promote our merch or no?
Yeah, go get the Good Vibes t-shirt.
No, do it. Pull it up. Can you pull it up or no? Jeez. Pull it up. Be a man. The last thing you do today.
I can't breathe.
You really can't.
No, it's bad. Yeah, go get your Offida shirts because right now this team is playing like Offida. Get your Wrap-Up Show t-shirts, the official signed t-shirt, which is behind me. Also get the official Wrap-Up Show logo shirts, hats, sweatshirts, John and Jim sweatshirts and shirts. And I saw Ben Fadden wearing Jim's an Idiot t-shirt today. That was awesome of him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great. Thanks a lot, Ben. So yeah, they got everything you need. My back of my head, if you know, you know. So yeah, go check it out right now. The shirts are great quality. Trust me, you will love the quality of the shirt. And I'm a big shirt quality guy. So these are top notch.
You're a huge shirt quality guy.
I yesterday cried when I found a shirt that I liked at Viore that was like amazing. I was like, oh my God.
Like all he talks about.
That's all I talk about.
You like pull the back of Jim. He's like Viore.
I was like, dude, feel this shirt, bro. It's like perfect.
How have you never heard of them?
Have I never bought anything? Yeah.
That one, Homie's Garage. Love to see you Friday at the Blind Burrow. We'll be there broadcasting live 3 to 6. Padres, Red Sox before game 1. Pedro's Father's Day gift would be if Bob Melvin gets canned. Get him out of here. Back to retirement home in Scottsdale. I don't think that's going to happen. By the way, if Bob Melvin gets canned, I don't know if that's going to lead the team to like the World Series. Could. The Phillies situation last year. Could.
Probably not.
But he's not getting canned, let's be honest. Let's not kid ourselves, Jim.
No.
All right. Jim's dying.
I'm dying. We're done.
All right. Hold on. You can roll. I'm going to leave. I just need to thank everyone. All right. Please support our partners. Actually, before you support our partners, please make sure to subscribe if you're a Padres fan. It supports Jim's allergies. Also, smash the like button. Also, follow us on Twitter. If you follow Jim on Twitter, he doesn't talk about his allergies, so he's a better follow on Twitter than he is a watch on the wrap-up show. At Jim Russell SD, at John Schaefer. Please support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance needs. Click the link in the description down below. He can save you $750 or more. ORA.organic. They've got a 30% off offer going on right now. ORA.organic. Great company with plant-based products. And then Underdog Fantasy, get a 100% deposit match up to $100 using promo code PODSWRAP. 100% deposit match up to $100 using promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP at UnderdogFantasy.com or by using the Underdog Fantasy app. Jim, you made it. Like clockwork. How every 3 weeks this happens, maybe 5 weeks? You're like,
yeah, we're
dying.
done. Bye.
Bye.